So, welcome you to TV UCC, where we are currently covering the symposium being organized by the Ghana Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And I'm privileged to have with me one of the speakers at the symposium, in the person of Dr. Nanama Frimpong. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on TV UCC.
Good morning. I'm privileged to join you today. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your organization and what you do and your role in the symposium.
Okay, so my name is Dr. Nanama Frimpong Japan. I'm a registered dietitian with the Ghana Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and I'm a lecturer at the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics here at the University of Cape Coast. Yes, so basically, because I do research in food environment, dietary intake, and non-communicable disease risk, that is how come I was chosen to speak to this very important topic today.
You mentioned food environment. When you were speaking, I was listening to you keenly. For the ordinary Ghanaian, what are some of the things you think we can do for us to have a very safe or healthy food environment?
Okay, so the thing is usually food environment control is outside the individual. And in fact, in the definition of food environment, we say that they encompass all factors, okay, aside those within the control of the individual. But then coming back to your question, what can you do as an individual to make sure that whatever is available in the environment, you are selecting what is very helpful for you? One, consider the hygienic environment, okay, or the hygiene around where you purchase, okay. These things are usually overlooked, but they have impact on health, all right. Food poisoning is a big thing in Ghana. Cholera, amongst other infectious diseases. And also in selecting food, we have to select fresh foods, fruits, vegetables. At least every Ghanaian should try and consume a serving of fruit, which is like 2 bananas per day, an orange per day. You know, we should start it that way. I think that these are low-hanging fruits that I can advise I can give to the ordinary Ghanaian that I think is doable at this level, yes.
Now, talking about the ordinary Ghanaian, I don't know what I would like to call it, or it's more like a practice. Generally, if you want to buy wachi and it's not by the gata, that means that wachi is not delicious. That's one aspect of the Ghanaian thinking. The other aspect too is a financial bit. You are talking about 2 fingers of banana, averagely, which may cost you between 2 to 3 cedis. Bankuna kaya tonahe, fufu ni tonahe. Let me di the man sign the banana and these fruits and vegetables. We also know the cost of vegetables. How do we manage these things? It's a huge challenge, but within, how do we manage that?
Yes, so going for in-season options and local options helps. It does not take away the problem entirely, but it helps. So, for instance, if you take vegetables, you can opt for the local ones, garden eggs, turkey berry, what we refer to as going suswa, you know, and the other local ones available. And then also you buy the ones in season. So, for instance, now mango is in season, so it's, you know, affordable compared to other fruits, okay, or exotic fruits like apples, okay. Mango will be cheaper. So, and also, if you can, you buy in bulk. Okay, you go to the main market point, then you buy in bulk. These are measures that we can use to mitigate the price effects. Yes. And then with regards to us preferring foods by the gutter and all that, I think we can do better. Okay, once we, you know, try to, you know, do the right thing in terms of taking into consideration the food environment with respect to where these foods are being sold. I think that we force the food vendors to do the right thing. Okay, but if we discuss that the ones by the gutters are nicer, you know, taste better, then we encourage even probably those outside the gutters to move closer. And that at the end of the day affects our health negatively.
It seems to be an issue of policy. Do you think that as a country we have that wherewithal to ensure? Often, occasionally, we see 1 or 2 shakeups by the Food and Drugs Authority. What could be done more?
Yes, so like I said in my presentation, I think that, you see, when it comes to policies, we have fiscal measures that introduce taxes to unhealthy foods, okay, and other financial measures. those ones I think we are not ready for yet. Even looking at, we don't have even adequate data to influence that. But there are some that I think we are ready for, and everybody should be ready for, regardless of whether there is data or not. Issues around hygiene, for instance, affects us every day, so we can have policies around that, which I think the FDA is also, willing, and government is also willing, so far as it has to do with hygiene and food-related microbial contaminants. Okay, so that is one. And also food labeling, okay. I think that this workshop on front of packaged foods, we can easily implement that, and we can easily have policy. So far as it doesn't have the policy doesn't have a financial, angle. Usually, government is, comfortable with that. So I think, and we should do a lot of education to make the masses know the impact of these foods that are unhealthy on their well-being. Yes, and then, like I also indicated, there is a soft spot for children. Okay, when everybody hears about children, they sort of, quell in and are ready to assist. So we can also help our children in schools to make sure that the school food environment is more healthy. Yeah.
Let's look at the last question, which is the non-communicable diseases that often we are now contractually looking at research. Um, the health system is challenged, but what can be done to salvage the system?
Yeah, I think that there should be early screening. Okay, that is one of the major things. Okay, so not only the health system should take up the screening in our churches, we can have health units that monitors blood pressure, from time to time, monitors blood sugar, monitors, level of fat. There are, easy to use strips, okay, that can check fat levels, cholesterol levels, okay, and give immediate or instant results. Okay, so all these are things that we can do. We cannot leave them just for the health sector. They are really overburdened. So once there is, aggressive screening, there is early identification, meaning that cases are identified at early stages where there are no complications. In that case, we reduce the burden on the bigger health system or our hospitals.
All right, thank you so much for making time to talk to us.
Thank you too.
All right, so we heard from Dr. Nanama Frimpong. She is with the Department of Dietetics here at the University of Cape Coast. So we're bringing you such conversations with other participants. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button.